Are you ready? Oh, he's ready. Shaker's ready. Okay, your time started and your video is started. You're being judged on the rail at the walk.
Okay, one of the first things that just jumps out at me, and I know this is just a horrible time. It's dinner time for the horses, and he's up here and he has no friends. So, but you know, we're going to be faced with these challenges. You know, this happens at a horse show. They're at a new place. Their friends are not here. So, these are the times that you want to be talking physically, verbally, talking to your horse. You want to talk to him with your hands. You want to talk to him with your seat. You want to stay connected. You might want to visit with your ability to shorten and lengthen that rein and try to feel where you can keep control of that head, so you keep his attention right there in front of you. The half halt, like squeezing that rein like you're squeezing water out of a sponge, and just keep that shank of that bridle working. So he's like, oh, okay, I hear you. Yeah, what'd you say? Instead of giving him time to think about somebody else. The position on this rider is pretty good. Good presence in the upper body. We could scoot up a little further in the saddle so that the leg is a little more directly underneath your seat. We want to make sure that fender and that stirrup is perpendicular, and hopefully you can see on your video that it's just sitting just a little bit out in front of you, so you might could get that stirrup fender and stirrup a little more perpendicular.
Let's jog, please. Jog.
Nice transition. Something that really kind of jumps out at me is we've got a lot of movement with the fringe on this shaft, so we could, especially at the bottom of the foot, away with a little bit of that length so that we don't have quite so much movement. Your leg is actually pretty good, but because of all that movement on that fringe, you know, a judge really has to concentrate. Is that fringe, or is that her leg moving that much? Or is it a little bit of both? Some judges might not take the time to decipher all that and just think you're just super loose. I think certainly, you know, what he just pulled on you in that corner tells me that you could probably ride with a little shorter rein. So be brave. Judges really want to see you change that rein length, and that's what this is all about. From the beginning of the class to the pattern, developing that communication. We expect as judges for it to get better, so that you've kind of got them figured out. That's the story of this whole situation. Have that horse figured out. So, and know that as you ride, your horse sometimes will change your rein length. So don't be afraid to play with that.
Extend the jog, please.
Remember that our extensions are just that, an extension of a jog. You're doing a very nice job here, but remember, it's not an English or hunter horse long trot. So don't feel like you got to blast around and throw yourself out of position and see who's going fast enough. You know, it's not a race.
Collect the jog, please.
And I think just a little more connection. We talked about this with Sarah too. You know, he's just every now and again finding that window to go, whoop, I'm out, you know, and it reflects lack of control. And then he totally takes over and breaks gate and kind of does his own thing there. So you want to keep that communication going. Never assume that you're on any kind of autopilot, by no means with any of them.
Let's reverse at the jog and continue jogging.
Now be aware that when we reverse, don't rush it, make it smooth, like a little teardrop, flowing, keep the same cadence and the same rhythm, especially in the lower levels. It's a huge part of your score because it shows your ability to control off the rail, get back to the rail, keep a cadence and a rhythm, and guide your horse while staying safe with other horses in the arena. So many big things happen in that reverse. Do not underestimate the value to that reverse. So make sure you really nail it. And walk.
Walk.
I'm saying it too. It's like I've got a microphone. I'm like, oh, she can't hear me. Okay, I know obviously this is a mock show, so you don't have on your full outfit. We've already talked a little bit about the chap. Obviously, this bun is not a bun that you are going to have at horse shows, so make sure it is flat and not flopping around. Your hat shape looks pretty good. You're doing a pretty nice job of framing your upper body with those arms. We just want to keep them a little more steady. Like, for example, you'll go back and watch your video and you kind of panicked when he broke gait. Your arms started moving and your body started pumping. And so just be a little more calm when things like that happen, and stay a little more steady and stronger through that position.
Halt. And back 4 steps.
Okay, let's stop it for a second.
And walk. I want to do that transition again. How strong do you think your legs are? Do you do the abductor and adductor in the gym? Okay, so for your jog transition, instead of getting so animated with your body and kicking, just squeeze as hard as you can and then let him just step right off into it. And don't forget to cluck. Okay, jog. Okay, so you'll be able to compare those 2 transitions on your video, okay? A little bit less activity with the upper body when you get more squeeze to that leg. Let's reverse at the jog. Okay, you may have had trouble hearing me, so I wanted you to reverse at the jog, but that's fine that you're walking. So let's jog again. I just wanted you to work on those transitions, so that's perfect. We'll go again from that walk to jog. Keep squeezing. Squeeze as hard as you can and just sit deep. Keep your arms still. Good.
What I want you to see here as you're riding, just a little bit before we do your pattern, you're kind of getting your toes turned a little bit out east and west. So as your leg slides forward, we get more on the back of our leg, and that happens because our toes have to come out first to make that connection with our leg. So that's why we want to keep that leg underneath us.
And walk. Good. Okay, we're ready.
Okay, handled that pretty good. She didn't panic, even wasn't wanting to go forward. She kind of stayed with us. Left reign's a little shorter than her right rein. These things are really important. Judge notices that, you know, and obviously I won't kill her if she can still maintain a straight line, but sometimes a straight line is pretty darn difficult when we have uneven reins. So we want to make sure we're very aware of how straight our horse is from his pole to his wither and straight down his spine. He's really drifting to the outside, so you want him to have a lot more support with your outside aids. Savannah, you want to just really protect the outside of that body to where you're almost creating a nice straight line. Obviously, a breaking gait is a big point deduction in your pattern, so we can certainly smooth those things up a little bit.
Okay, Savannah, let's do it again.
be afraid to cluck early. Get him listening. Get those ears moving so you're ready right now. Good. Get him thinking. Remember, these corners need to be sharp. Push through with your leg. Good. Catch with your hand. Good job. Lots of energy. Maybe even lean back a little bit and drive more with your seat here. If you feel the need to kick, outside leg kick, be the way to go. That keeps him in that circle and keeps that motor going. Stay in that circle, Savannah. Let's stay in it. Get your shape back. You've got your 2 lines to kind of focus on, so let your eye go to those lines. Be active with your outside leg, but pick your points outside your circle, okay? You know what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to stay out of your video then.
She said yes.
Come on, be aggressive with your outside leg. That'd be your right leg. We got to make him be a good boy. There you go. Now draw that octagon with your eye out over his ears. Look out over his ears and ride to that point. Just think about your straight line. Come on. Come on. Now, for him to pick up a right lead and try to leave the circle tells me you are probably putting more pressure on your inside leg than you think you are. Okay? So really think about your right leg. There we go. Let's just walk it. How's that sound? Okay? Because I just want to concentrate on shape. I'm not really upset that he's being that bad. He's tired, and all of his friends have left him, and, you know, I think he'd be doing that with any of us. So I don't want you to beat yourself up over that, okay? But you've got to learn how to plan with your eye and communicate as you plan, not let it be an after the fact, okay? So pick a point on that circle, that octagon. Your inside hand shapes your horse, so don't forget it. Left hand must coordinate with your right hand when you're riding two-handed. Okay, there we go. Now go back down that line. Go down your line as if you were doing your pattern. Good. Now just pick a point on that line just like you did over here and start a circle. Let's just do it right there. There you go. Now don't forget your left hand. I think that's one of the reasons he's leaving is you're just pushing across his neck with an outside rein, but not communicating to the left side of his face. And that's confusing to him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So a little bit of left rein and then right rein, right leg. Now that's good. He pivoted. You know, we were looking for a circle, but obviously he understood that because he pivoted left, right? A little bit of left rein, right leg. Both legs when he goes to stop. Come on. Left rein, pull. Right rein, push. Right leg, push. Pull your left rein really hard. Your left rein really hard. Pull it. There you go. Now go on. See? That's riding. Get it done. Okay? He's throwing some attitude at you, and you got to say, you know what, dude? I can throw it right back. So when all else fails, if you want to go left, pull on your left rein. Pull it. Pull left rein. There you go. Now go back to your circle. He's testing you. You got to win this test, right? Pull your left rein. Just your left. There, you good girl. Keep your legs kind of flapping. Keep your legs flapping. You know what I mean by flapping? Like this.
Flapping? Oh, I thought you said flapping.
No. Flapping. Just keep them moving. Good girl.
Pull on your left rein. Oh, gotta love my little.
Antique toy.
Now be a little nicer with your left rein, but still pull on it because you're wanting to go left. Keep your legs moving. Okay. Feel like you're starting to win a little bit? Good. It's way better. Way better. Now, what I want you to take from this, other than the other things from your rail work, which a lot was very good, what I want you to take from this is at the end of the day, we can't be a passenger when they start throwing that stuff at us. You know, and you drew up last and everybody's gone and it's dark and they're all eating. So the situation couldn't be any worse.
I'm crappy too.
Exactly. Okay. So you just said, no, you know what? Get around here. We're going forward and we're riding a circle. And that's what it boils down to. It honestly is that simple. But don't lose sight of how simple it is. You were so worried about your hand position that you weren't making your horse do what you wanted. Don't lose sight of making your horse do what you want, okay? We want our legs to be still, right? So you were trying to worry about your legs being so still that you weren't kicking him enough. Well, just go to kicking him because at the end of the day, it's all about control and making your horse do what you want, okay? Okay. Good. Good job. Your time's up.